Hello and welcome. Thank you for clicking on this video. This is a channel dedicated to mindful makeup consumption. I'm doing an experiment of sorts by keeping track of how long it will take me to use up the entire makeup collection that I had at the beginning of this year. And today I'm going to share with you my thoughts on declutters and the decluttering of makeup. Decluttering has been very popular in recent years, and while the concept of throwing away stuff is by no means a new one, I feel that its rise in popularity is due to a large extent to the KonMari movement, which, among other things, encourages one to get rid of stuff that no longer sparks joy. I guess this way of thinking appealed to the makeup using audience, which is why nowadays makeup declutters and makeup declutter videos on YouTube are so widespread and popular. I think there is nothing wrong with decluttering per se. If you have a makeup item that you don't use, you know you're not going to use, and you don't enjoy owning, why not get rid of it? For many people, a declutter is realistically the only viable way to significantly reduce their makeup collection. Is it wasteful? Yes, it's still wasteful because you end up disposing of stuff that you previously bought. But hopefully you make a good lesson out of it and next time you shop more mindfully. For me, decluttering gets problematic when it becomes an excuse to indulge in overbuying, overspending, and when it fuels a shopping addiction. Some people are like, I can allow myself to buy this. I've been so good with my declutters lately. Good with what? There's nothing commendable about decluttering when it becomes a pattern. You're basically generating waste. If you're going to declutter 10 items just so you can buy another 10 items, which you also might end up decluttering at some point later, you're doing something incredibly wasteful, and the fact that you're dressing it in a cool new buzzword does not change that. I'm not being judgmental, I'm just telling it like it is. And by the way, I don't agree with the whole sparks joy rationale either. Not everything that is useful in your life and that serves a purpose is going to spark joy. My toothbrush does not spark joy in me. For example, I still brush my teeth. I haven't thrown it out, and I do appreciate having a toothbrush, but to say that it sparks joy would be a big stretch. And granted, makeup is not as utilitarian or indispensable as a toothbrush or a Hoover, but to expect from every makeup item that you own to spark joy is childish. Because that way of thinking is ultimately all about the item, the material stuff, the possession of it. And I think it could be much more about learning to use your makeup in a way that suits you, learning to appreciate it, the process, the lessons, the experience. And that is so much more complex and more rewarding than just looking at a lipstick and going, nah, doesn't spark joy anymore, and tossing it just so you can buy a new lipstick that will spark joy for maybe a month until one day it suddenly doesn't because you found a newer, shinier one. So those were my thoughts on decluttering. I hope I haven't sounded too preachy. I myself also watch declutter videos sometimes because it's interesting to me what people decide to keep and what to throw away. I'm not planning on doing any declutter videos on this channel. The only time I would throw a makeup item away and not call it a declutter is if it becomes unusable or if it gives me a bad reaction. So far this hasn't happened. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, why don't you subscribe? Thank you so much for staying till the end. Enjoy wearing your makeup, enjoy living your life. Bye!